Alrighty. Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about why harmonic mixing, or why we would want to mix harmonically. Now, I think that you are so lucky to be stumbling on this video or taking this course, because some DJs, like myself, didn't discover harmonic mixing until several years into their mixing journey. And I can tell you from my own personal anecdotal experience, it has changed the way that I mix today, and my sets sound so much more smooth and feeling like everything works well together. And so if you've ever been mixing in your sets and you wonder why, for example, when you transition from one track to the next, the transition doesn't sound so good melodically, then harmonic mixing can have the answer for you, because the truth is different tracks have different musical keys, as we talked about, and avoiding key clash when working from one track to the next is one of the big things we want to avoid, because it really sucks the energy out of our mix. So let's try and use an analogy to understand why we would want to mix harmonically. So as you can see, I've got my little whiteboard up here. And if you think about the available musical keys in DJing as little islands, and we're sort of like out in the middle of the ocean nowhere, but we want to sort of go from one island. We want to go island hopping or key hopping, essentially. Well, if we don't have a guide or a system, we're sort of left guessing which way we should go. In this case, we are starting at the D flat key, and we don't know if we should go to the B minor key first, or the E flat, or the F sharp, or a G, or what have you. And if we are, again, considering that we are out in the middle of nowhere on the ocean, then what we need to remember is that there are dangers in the ocean. And so if we decide from the D flat key that we want to go to E flat, then we could run into a key clash or a danger like a shark here that basically gobbles us up whole, and we will, never be seen again. And so if we don't have a map, or if we don't have a guide or a system, we might, be at risk of these different dangers in the water. So what harmonic mixing does is it provides us a little bit of a guide. It provides us a map to avoiding those dangers in the sea of, or the ocean of mixing. So you can see from maybe D flat, it's better to go to A minor first, and then use A minor as a transition to G, and then G to F sharp, and then F sharp to B minor, because this will be the smoothest way of getting to B minor key. And so using the techniques in harmonic mixing, we will be able to smoothly chart this journey and avoid all of the bad monsters in the musical ocean of key clashing. So harmonic mixing is a tool, and it's a guide for us to basically perform these seamless transitions and route our travel through the various musical keys available to us. So why else would we want to mix harmonically? Well, mixing harmonically also allows us to get a sense of mix progression. It really makes our mix feel like it's moving somewhere. And this can really contribute a lot to this concept called storytelling in mixing, which we'll talk a little bit about in a future section. But it can provide this infinite renewal, where you can sort of work your way around all the musical keys and work your way around all the musical keys once more. And it doesn't feel like your mix is, been lost or is stagnated, because you're constantly moving in terms of the musical content. As I mentioned already, harmonic mixing can also provide this sense of energy renewals. You have these ability to jump from certain key placements in order to revitalize your mix and really change the energy, but in a way that's not based on random trial and error in the past to find what works. We actually have like a formula in order to help us do that. And finally, it allows for a little bit more performance and creativity. It's sort of a dependable way to sequence your tracks, so you know that they'll sound great, and you can focus more on performative elements like your blending and your mixing, and not sort of obsessing on whether this next track will definitely go right into the set. At the same time, it does kind of also require us to know our tracks a little bit more, and to do a little bit more research on our tracks and analyze our tracks in advance, so that we know the various keys that they are in. So in this video, we just provided a little bit of an overview of why we would mix harmonically. Again, we want to avoid the dangers of key clashing when we're in the ocean of the music mixing. And instead, we want to use harmonic mixing as a guide to basically prevent us from running into these dangerous key clashing events. So in the next video, we are going to talk a little bit about how we do that, the main technique that we do that, and I hope you join me in the next video. I'll see you there.